Hello my loves and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be a wedding update. I've noticed in my comments lately that you guys have been asking for a wedding update. You guys want to know what is going on with my wedding planning, so on and so forth. And I realized I haven't done a wedding video in a really long time. So if you would like to hear all about my wedding updates, then just keep watching. Okay, so for all of my new followers, a lot of you guys may not know this, but I am engaged, and I got engaged to my fiance on September 16th, 2016. He proposed to me in Brooklyn, New York, underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, right by the little carousel that is in that area, if you guys are familiar with New York. And I do have a video on his proposal. If you guys would like to watch that, I will have that link down below for you guys to check it out. But yes, he proposed last year, and it has been one full year of just like a crazy whirlwind of so many things. So after we got engaged, I think I took about 2 months just to kind of, you know, enjoy the little engagement honeymoon, and then I hopped into wedding planning. So I instantly started searching for wedding venues. What I had originally wanted was to get married in kind of like a rustic barn, obviously one that has been designed to house people so that they wouldn't be cold or too hot, kind of like renovated, not just like a regular barn where there'd be barn animals running around, if that makes any sense. And I looked up a bunch of barnyard venues around where I live, and I couldn't really find any that I was in love with. We visited about 5 or 6 different venues. A lot of them were renovated to house weddings, but their kitchen was just really dirty, or like underneath the barn with like cobwebs, or it was just too far from where a lot of my family lives, so it would make it very difficult for commuting, and I didn't want anybody to have to commute a pretty far distance because we are planning on having an open bar, but I'll get to that later on in the video. There was one venue in particularly, and honestly I am dying to tell you guys the name of this venue, but I think for privacy reasons I'm just going to keep that kind of under wraps for now. You will hear about it after the wedding day. As of right now, I won't be disclosing the wedding venue just for privacy reasons. It's close to home, it's easy to travel, there's a local hotel by, which was a key factor for us. We wanted there to be like a nice hotel by so that our guests that will be traveling far distances can still stay and have a couple of drinks at the wedding and don't have to worry about any drinking and driving, because that is a serious no-no for me. So we settled on this one wedding venue, and this entire year, I haven't really mentioned much about it. It's going to be an outdoor ceremony, so I'm praying to God for sunshine and no rain. If you guys live in Canada, you know the weather here is just so all over the place, and it is so difficult for us to pick an outdoor wedding day because one day it could be raining and just total crap outside, and then 2 minutes later the sun will be out and it'll be like 30 something degrees. I really wanted to get married on the day that he proposed in September, but the weather in September is just way too all over the place, so we decided that we were going to have it in the middle of summer. I have told some followers the exact date, but again, I feel like I'm not going to disclose too much on the date and the location just for privacy reasons, because I do want to keep this event very special to me and my family and my friends, and just for safety and privacy reasons, of course, I can't disclose that information. Our ceremony is going to be outdoor, and our reception is going to be held in a tent. Again, we're going for like a really rustic glam feel, so for all of my girls who want to know about decor ideas that I have in mind, right now I'm literally thinking of just covering the entire tent with candles and fairy lights and just like warm, very warm glowy lights. As you guys can tell, I love my warm glowy lights. I just feel like it gives it a very homey feel, very cozy, very comfortable, and I also wanted to include a lot of baby's breath for flowers, greenery, peonies, anything white hydrangeas, like I just want really very soft flowers, like not too glam, just very chill and very relaxed. As for my color theme, I decided to go with a very light pastel-y blue color for my wedding. So lots of blues, white and greenery is kind of like the theme that I am going with. I'll insert a few inspo pictures on the screen of things that I found on Pinterest that really coincide with what I'm looking for, so you guys can kind of get a visual as well. My bridesmaids dresses were ordered from Lulu's, and I absolutely love Lulu's. This is not a sponsored video for Lulu's whatsoever, but I love Lulu's. Their dress quality is amazing and the prices are super affordable. So for any brides that are on a budget, or you may have bridesmaids that are on a budget, I highly suggest shopping on Lulu's for your bridesmaids dresses. Lulu's by far made the bridesmaids shopping experience a super easy one, which I am totally grateful for. So when it comes to wedding planning, there can be a lot that goes on with it. You have to pick vendors for food, vendors for photography, videography. So when it comes to finding the perfect vendors, it can be a little bit stressful. I am very lucky to have an awesome venue that literally provides all the vendors for me, so I don't have to worry about catering, decor, florists. They have somebody in-house that literally handles all of that. I just pretty much need to pick and choose what it is exactly that I want, and they pretty much handle the rest for me. They also give me a planner for the day, so I will have somebody that will kind of help orchestrate my wedding. They will handle my invitations, they handle my cake, they handle the DJ, everything. Like, they take everything off the bride's plate, and for me personally, that helps so much because I like to be in control of everything, because I always get so stressed out about little things, and it's something that I am working on. But as a bride, it's kind of hard to not worry because it's kind of like the biggest day of your life. At least for some women in the world, getting married is like the biggest day of your life, and you want everything to be perfect and you want everything to be beautiful and as you envisioned it as a little girl. So I tend to worry over little things, so it was really nice to have a venue that literally provides somebody that will handle all the little things and to make sure that my day runs completely smoothly. The vendors that I did have to make a decision on was my photographer and my videographer, and I am using Dave Tebbett here on YouTube, who is absolutely amazing. He is probably one of my favorite wedding vloggers in Canada, and my photographer is Rebecca Lee Photography, and I will have her linked down below in the description box as well. She literally just gets me. I sat down and we did a little consultation before booking or signing a contract with her, and I'm very into like lifestyle like photos, so photos that are caught in the moment, not too posy, you know, ones that capture an emotion that has happened within that moment. And also really excited for her to capture my day. I promise you guys there will be a blog post with photos, so if you guys want to see the video and the photos, I got you covered. It will be like you guys were there with me the entire time, I promise. We also will be having an open bar, and I come from a Jamaican family, so there has to be an endless stock of rum or else somebody's head is going to roll. So my wedding will be an open bar, which I am super excited about. Are you excited? Sophie will not be at the wedding, even though she would love to be. She can be a little sassy at times and likes to bark at a lot of people, so everybody always asks if she will be at the wedding to kind of like walk down the aisle, since it is an outdoor location, and that is a no. And that's all the information on the venue, what I'm looking for, what's been happening this past year. It was literally just a bunch of meetings this entire year with our venue, our coordinator, our photographer, our videographer, and just booking everybody, letting them know what days, times, and kind of setting up our day. For our ceremony, we are having a cell phone free ceremony. So that means not one person will have a cell phone, an iPad, a camera, and anything, okay? Even if you wanted to sketch me walking down the aisle at that moment, no, not happening. It is not happening. Nothing makes me cringe more than when I'm watching a wedding video online and everybody in the ceremony has their phones up like this, trying to capture the photo of the bride, but they're watching the bride through the screen rather than what's in front of her. And it's so crazy to think that we're so tied to our phones that way. And on my wedding day, when I'm walking down the aisle, the last thing I want to see is everybody's phone up in the air trying to capture me walking down the aisle. I am literally paying $6 grand for people to capture this day for me. So I don't need anybody with their cell phones up in their face. I literally just want them to see and watch and like be part of that moment with me rather than trying to capture it. I promise friends and family, especially my mother, because my mother's gonna watch this and she's gonna be like, yeah, you can't tell me to put my phone away, I'll take pictures if I want to. Sorry, Mom, no cameras. There will be a professional photo given to you afterwards. Just chill, okay? Everybody just needs to chill. Afterwards, if you guys wanna take pictures, sure, go for it. Then you guys can watch me the rest of the night through your phone. That's fine, I don't care. But not during the ceremony. So that is pretty much it on everything wedding related that has been going on with my planning. Kind of tips and tricks that I can share to new brides or those who may be newly engaged watching this video. Don't sweat the small stuff. There is a solution for every problem, and no problem is literally worth your loss of sleep at night, and it's something that I'm still working on myself. But just remember to stay as organized as you possibly can and don't sweat the small stuff, especially on your wedding day. That's one tip that everybody has given me for my wedding day. They're like, not everything is going to go as planned. Not everything is going to be perfect, though I'm praying to God it is. Not everything's going to be perfect and you can't force everything to be perfect. So all you can do is kind of roll with the punches and deal with everything as it goes. So I'm really, really hoping that I get it together by my wedding day and I'm not so stressed out. Also, what I find helpful is keeping a printed copy of everything. As I just said, we do live in a digital age where everything is online, but honestly, digital copies can always be altered after you've seen it. You never know what happens and it's so hard to keep track of them. So for me, as soon as I receive a digital copy and it's signed, I take the printed version of it and I keep it in this little binder that I have. So it's the Not Ultimate Wedding Planner and Organizer. I picked this up at my local chapters. You can get it online or you can go into a bookstore close to you and find this book. This book is really, really helpful. The website, theknot.com, is extremely helpful. This book covers everything, and on the first page of every tab it kind of gives you a breakdown on what's going to happen in the book, so it gives you an idea of what information you're going to need, and you kind of go through it step by step and conquer things one by one. And that is the best way to plan your wedding, is to conquer everything one step at a time, especially for the brides who don't have the luxury of working from home. And if you do get frustrated and overwhelmed, like I often do with my anxiety and my OCD, just take a step back, take a breather, give yourself a day or two off from wedding planning, and then hop back into it. Or delegate tasks to your bridal party, your fiance, whoever it may be that is someone who's really helpful in your life. So I hope this updates you guys on what's been going on in my life for the past year. Let me know down in the comment section below if you have any questions or any suggestions, or if you're newly married and you have any tips for me on my wedding day to kind of chill out. Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback. I love you guys so much, and I will see you, oh my gosh, Vlogmas is so soon. I will see you at Vlogmas. Bye!